Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And today we are going to be talking about Sony's E3. Yes, we have a confirmed date, we have a confirmed time, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I can't wait, and I'm also probably going to just give my, hopes for the big three: Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft in this video. I did do a predictions video for PlayStation because obviously I'm more of a PlayStation channel. So go check that out. But I'll probably just ramble on about games I'd love to see. And of course, let me know, you guys down below. Are you excited for Sony's conference? I know I am. And secondly, what do you want from Sony? What do you want from Microsoft? And what do you want from Nintendo? But also, we are going to be talking about the rumoured release date, or the rumoured time frame for the PlayStation 5. And I'm going to start off with that. So yeah, let's just get into the video, guys. And yeah, as you guys may or may not know, whether you're on the social media sort of thing or not, there has been a big rumour going on recently with an analyst who, again, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but apparently he predicted the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro release date. So he's either an insider or incredibly lucky. So I just thought, because he predicted those two things, it was worth talking about, giving my opinion. Do I think it will happen? And secondly, if it does, do I want it? And all that sort of stuff. So as you guys may not or may not know, the PlayStation 5 apparently, according to this analyst, will be coming out in 2018. Now, for me, I don't know how I feel about this. Personally, I still feel that it will not come out in 2018. I know the analyst did say so. However, going off Sony's report, where they reported that they'd sold, or shipped I should say, 60 million PlayStation 4s, they said they're expecting to hit their peak in 2018/2019. So that would, to me, suggest that one, they have a lot of exclusives lined up in 2018 and 2019, which you can kind of see forming already. We'll have a better picture at E3, but so far we can see that forming. So I can't imagine Sony thinking, we've just shipped 60 million PS4s, we're probably going to ship like 70, 78 million. I think that's what they're predicting by the end of the year. Why do you want this to end? I think to end it after a year, to me, sounds crazy, considering the momentum that PlayStation got. The games, they finally got their first party studios firing on all cylinders. They've got the third party deals. Everything seems to be, going PS4's way. It'd be a strange move to kind of kill it off at this point. Now, if it did come out, like I said, I'd be very disappointed. I think there would be a lot of disappointed people. There'd be a lot of happy people as well. But I feel that they haven't given the PlayStation 4 Pro long enough on the market. It's called a mid-gen refresh. That would suggest to me that it's a mid-gen. That's when they bring it out, halfway through the middle. And that would suggest to me that it's coming out at least 2019. It released in 2013. 3 years till the PS4 Pro. 3 more years until the PlayStation 5. And yeah, that's my problem with it. The quicker this machine comes out, the less powerful it'll be in the long run, if that makes sense. We know that parts get cheaper to manufacture every single year. We look at the Scorpio. PS4 Pro was probably the best PlayStation could have possibly put in that machine. But with the cheaper parts, Xbox was able to make a far better or superior piece of hardware a year later, and I'm sure the year after that. So you know what I'm saying. So the longer we wait, the more powerful the console is, and I'd rather them wait to 2020 and have a decent launch lineup, at least in my opinion. If it does come out though, and it does come out in 2018, I need a few things from this machine if they want me to upgrade, quote unquote, depending on how powerful it is. Something you're going to need is backwards compatibility. I'd really like PS3 backwards compatibility. I know it'd be really difficult because of cell architecture, but there's got to be a way you could do it. I hope so. PS1, PS2 backwards compatibility would be amazing, but at a minimum, a bare minimum for this machine, PS4 backwards compatibility, because there is no excuse. If they use the same architecture, the x86, which I'm assuming they're going to use because it's like a PC and it's very simple to use, why would you want to change it? So with that being said, if it's using that architecture, they must, and I repeat, must have backwards compatibility in this thing for me to even think about buying it, because I think it's very important. You know, you spend a lot of money on games, building up your library, and then you have to start from scratch. It was never like that on PlayStation. I let them off this gen, but I certainly won't next. So PlayStation, I'm sure no one's watching it, but if they are, backwards compatibility with the PS4 minimum for me to buy the PlayStation 5. Obviously, in terms of games, you know what PlayStation's got. You know they're going to deliver sooner or later. It took a while, probably this gen, for Sony to hit their stride, but I think you only have to look at this year, and they really have hit their stride. So for me, games aren't really a worry with PlayStation, because I know they constantly put out quality games, whether it's sooner or later. So yeah, that's my opinion. But you know, I'd like a 4K Blu-ray player in there if they're going to have physical media, which again I'd like. But yeah, it's kind of confusing. You know, I'm not the tech guy. Obviously I'd expect it to be a lot more powerful than PS4 Pro if it's next gen. But yeah, I'm not too sure, guys. What do you think? Are you like me? Would you be kind of like a bit annoyed, like myself, if the PlayStation 5 came out next year? Do you just want the machine? You want the most powerful machine possible? Is there, you know, anything you'd like on the PlayStation 5? You know, let me know down below, as always, guys. And yeah, let's just get into the final bit of this video, and let's talk about PlayStation's E3 official time and date. So this is from Shinobi. Now, it's obviously officially confirmed, but I got this information from Shinobi. So Shinobi602 on Twitter, go follow him, all that good stuff. And he put June 12th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for the PlayStation press conference. Now, I don't know what time that is in the UK. I'm sure I'll find out nearer the time. Of course, it's going to be ungodly hours in the morning. You know how it is. It always is with E3. But yeah, I can't wait for this, guys. It's not long now. You're looking a little over a month, and we are going to be at E3. I can't wait to see what they're going to show. You know, I think this is going to be one of the better E3s going. I mean, PlayStation the last 2 years kind of knocked it out of the park, but the other two, the big ones, Xbox and Nintendo, haven't really done too much the last two E3s. I mean, I think Mario Maker was shown at E3. I could be wrong on that. Now, I love that game. Xbox did backwards compatibility, Gears of War and stuff, but they haven't had, I think for me, the big game was Scalebound, and it was cancelled. So they've got to hit it out the park with a new console coming. So this, I think, could be a fantastic E3 this year. I really do think it could be. What I'd love to see from PlayStation, now I did a predictions video, what I think we'll see, but a few things I'd love to see from them. I'd love to see God of War release date. I hope it's 2017. There's a lot of rumours going around that it is. If it is, this will be the first year Sony has a huge AAA exclusive this holiday. and you can't really get bigger than God of War. So I feel that would be a massive announcement at E3. Obviously, they've got a lot of floor space. What for? Who knows? Maybe the PlayStation 5 if it's coming out in 2018. I doubt it. Hopefully not. I don't want any hardware messing up the show, but it could be there nonetheless if these rumours are to be true. I'd love to see Sucker Punch's new IP. There was a big buzz going around Days Gone and Ben's studio last year, and hopefully that can be recreated, because again, some people don't like Days Gone. I can't wait for it. It looks so good. It looks like, yeah, it just looks like everything I want in a game. Open world, post-apocalyptic, zombies, you know. It looks really good, and it looks like it's going to have a really good story. So release date for that, you know, basically a lot of release dates. That's what I'm hoping for. And a few surprises here and there, you know. Maybe there's a rumour going around that Blue Point, who did the remasters for the Nathan Drake collection, is working on a PlayStation Classic, remaking it. That's the rumour going on. For me, I'd love to see Spyro. Obviously, that's an Activision IP, so Sony has no choice over it. But who knows, maybe sort of like Crash, which again, conflicting reports whether that's exclusive or not. But I'd just love to see Spyro come back. Yeah, I'd love that so much. I'm not too sure. What would you like to see? SOCOM maybe? I think if they remade SOCOM 2, the online, just gave it a gloss of paint, you know, they don't have to completely redo the mechanics and everything, just make it look pretty. I think that would sell a lot. So let me know what you guys think. What IP would you like Blue Point to like remake for you guys? Yeah, let me know down below. For Nintendo, it's very difficult to say. I've heard that they're not doing a conference, but that doesn't mean they're not at E3. They're doing like a treehouse, which, you know, what does that mean? You know, are they going to show one game like they did last year? Are they going to show a couple of games? Is it going to be jam-packed? Who the hell knows? For me, I'd actually like to see a few ports. I love the Switch. I think it's a fantastic system. So I'd like to play a lot of the Wii U games that, you know, haven't been ported yet, such as Smash Bros. I'd love to have that. I'm not a fighting game guy, but that is a lot of fun. So Smash Bros. I'd love to have on it. Mario Maker, I think you've got to port that. 3D Mario World, I think you've got to port that. A lot of Mario games. Yoshi's Woolly World. There's a ton of games on the Wii U that were fantastic. A little bit underrated because the system didn't sell very well, which I think could really, you know, have a second life on the Switch. And with the portability and everything, yeah, I think it'd be cool to have quite a few ports on the Switch. For me, the big one though, I'd love to see a Pokemon game. I love Pokemon. If it does happen, which there has been a few rumours going on that there is a Pokemon game in the works for the Nintendo Switch. How true that is, I don't know, but if it is true, absolutely fantastic. I love Pokemon, and that would be my big game of E3. I know a lot of people voted Zelda, their game of the E3 last year, God of War, Shenmue, and all these sort of things. That would be my game of the show if they do show it. If it looks good, of course, you know. But yeah, for me, Pokemon, I just said Zelda. Pokemon would be fantastic for them. And then, yeah, just surprise me with a few new games, maybe a new IP or two. That'd be fantastic. And finally, Xbox. They're very hard to kind of predict because Xbox do not have very many first-party studios. They have 343, they have the Coalition, which did Gears 4, and they have another one, I don't even know, I think, Turn 10, sorry, yeah, that's it. Brain freeze a bit there. But they've got them three, and they do Forza, Gears, and Halo every single time. And that's cool, they're big IPs and they make a lot of money. I understand why they do them. However, for me personally, you know, Forza is great, but Halo is getting a bit stale for me. Gears getting a bit stale for me. I don't mind Forza because they kind of switch it up. It's like the motorsport one I'm not that interested in, but Horizon is really good. So this year I won't be interested in the motorsport, but the Horizon one next year will be fantastic, I feel. So for me, I feel, yeah, it's very hard to predict Microsoft's show because you've got to try and think, what IPs do they have? Are they going to bring any old IPs back? And they don't really have a great track record with new IPs. I don't know. I'd love to see a Sunset Overdrive 2, whether it's exclusive or not. I don't care. I want to see a Sunset Overdrive 2. If I have to get it on Xbox, I'll get it on Xbox. I'd love to see Rise Son of Rome 2. Very underrated game. I recently just played it because it was free with Games with Gold, and I have to say, very, very underrated. Very short, I must say that. Very little replayability. However, the base story of the game is actually really good, and it's a very beautiful game with some pretty, a little bit repetitive in a sense, but some pretty decent gameplay mechanics. It's one of those games, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, it's maybe a 7 out of 10. However, the base formula, you could definitely kick on with that. Sort of like the Order 1886. You got a good foundation, you didn't hit everything that you should have, but I think they can in the future. So, but it's really hard to say because a lot of the games that they really started this generation off, Dead Rising, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Sunset Overdrive, all these sort of games that I liked on the Xbox, they don't own the IPs, and with Sony massive market share, is that going to turn some heads? Very difficult for Xbox. What would you like to see? Is Scorpio enough for you because of the multiplats? Do you need some more exclusives? Let me know down below. But as always, guys, this has been M&M Gaming. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys in a new video very soon.